Jae Chul, a drug addict from China and the son of the president of Dongjin Milling, is caught with illegal substances. At the police station, he goes on a rampage. None of the officers can stop him until one calls in Kong Su, a man known for handling extreme situations. With nothing more than a bottle of soda, Kong Su manages to calm him down. In that moment, the underworld whispered his true name. This is Yadong, the snitch. Afterward, Kong Su negotiates with Jae Chul. He explains that the charges could put Jae Chul in prison for years. But if Jae Chul reveals the mastermind behind the drug network, the sentence can be reduced. Kong Su even offers Bitcoin as an incentive. Tempted, Jae Chul agrees. Later, Kong Su meets his friend Chongrak, a courier preparing for a drug deal. Kong Su pressures him into joining a sting operation, demanding the names of 3 major suppliers. At first, Chongrak refuses. When Kong Su threatens him with prison, he gives in. The next day, 3 syndicate members arrive to collect a package from Chongrak. As they prepare to leave, they crash into a car ahead. A woman steps out, asking them to check the vehicle. Suspicion rises. Realizing something is wrong, they try to escape. Their instincts are right. Moments later, police officers from Kong Su's team ambush them. The syndicate members fight back, and the officers struggle to restrain them. The chase spills into the streets until Kong Su ends it by ramming his car into theirs, forcing them into custody. After the operation, Kong Su returns to the station and delivers the promised reward to Jae Chul. At that moment, his real identity is revealed. He is not a regular officer but a top informant who feeds intelligence on drug trafficking in South Korea. In the underworld, people like him are called Yadong. 3 years earlier, Kong Su's past tells another story. He once worked as a rideshare driver. One night, he drove a drunk passenger to a destination. The man paid him well, handed him a drink, and promised to return. The drink knocked Kong Su unconscious. When he awoke, police stormed in. Framed and accused of drug use, he was sent to prison. On his first day behind bars, Kong Su became a target. He was attacked by inmates under the command of Hyung Sik, a prisoner who controlled the blocks and still ran drug operations from inside. The story then shifts to a prosecutor named Ko, a low-ranking official with no major achievements. He spends his days handling dozens of drug cases. To him, addicts are like pests that never disappear. One day, a cockroach appears on his desk and gives him an idea. To wipe out addicts, their nest must be destroyed. For that, he needs someone who can infiltrate the network. Ko eventually finds the right candidate, Kong Su. He learns that Kong Su is not an addict but the victim of a setup. Before assigning him, Ko tests his abilities and is surprised to discover his sharp memory. Seeing potential, Ko offers a deal. If Kong Su spies on Hyung Sik, a major drug lord, he will be granted freedom. Unable to survive prison life, Kong Su accepts. From that moment, Kong Su's life as a Yadong begins. He approaches Hyung Sik's group by pretending to help and protect them, even framing another inmate to gain their trust. His actions succeed. Hyung Sik notices him and brings him into the group. From the inside, Kong Su memorizes every detail and secretly reports it to Ko. The intelligence proves valuable. Ko organizes raids against Hyung Sik's network, leading to a complete takedown. Kong Su is released, while Ko earns recognition and a promotion. Their relationship grows close. Ko begins to treat Kong Su like a younger brother, even extending support to his family. Later, Ko is reassigned to Seoul. Around the same time, Hyung Sik is released from prison but drifts without direction. Ko suggests that Kong Su work as a professional informant, earning money while helping him as a prosecutor. Kong Su shows interest, though Ko warns him never to touch drugs again. In the present, a young actress named Soo Jin is arrested on drug charges and questioned by Oh Sang-jae, the head of the narcotics team. At first, she claims the drugs are for dieting, but the excuse is dismissed as a common lie. While searching her phone, Jae finds a photo of a man he recognizes. Realizing Soo Jin is a victim, he releases her on the condition that she reveal the supplier. Meanwhile, Kong Su attends Ko's promotion celebration. As a gift, he shares information about a new blue powder drug spreading through the market, a product imported from overseas and handled only by top dealers. He also identifies the man behind the distribution, Yeom Tae-soo, a gangster from Daegu and Jae Chul's boss. Yeom is also revealed to be the supplier who gave Soo Jin the slimming pills. At the same time, Yeom conducts a deal with Hak Nam, a North Korean trafficker. The meeting turns tense when the goods do not match the agreement. Yeom's men respond with violence, proving how dangerous they are.
계속해? 어? 엠마 치료비로 퉁칩시대.
After the deal, Yom heads home. On the way, he receives a call from Kong-soo, who pretends to be on his side while secretly stalling Jae's pursuit team. As Yom notices police cars closing in, Kong-soo directs him toward the station. But when Yom arrives, Jae's forces have already surrounded the area. Cornered, he grabs a shard of glass and threatens the officers. From another direction, Ko's unit appears, also led by Kong-soo. Within moments, Ko's men fire tranquilizer rounds, bringing Yom down and loading him into a vehicle. Jae protested, arguing that Ko had no authority to make arrests. Ko calmly presented official papers granting him the right. This enraged Jae, who had spent years targeting Yom, only to see the prosecutor's office take him away in an instant. Inside the vehicle, Yom regained consciousness. Ko and Kong-soo immediately pressed him. Ko offered his usual deal: cooperate for a lighter sentence. Meanwhile, Jae moved forward with his own plan. Using Soo-jin as his informant, he obtained details about a grand party at a luxury hotel hosted by Cho-hoon, the son of a presidential candidate. At the hotel, Ko's team, along with Kong-soo and Yom, had already set up. Before the raid, Kong-soo fixed a hidden camera to his glasses. Through it, he captured key moments, including Soo-jin's presence and Cho-hoon's arrival. Not long after, Jae appeared with his men. Once again, he was frustrated. Ko's operation had already begun, leaving him sidelined. His anger grew when he realized that Soo-jin, his own informant, was also caught in the raid. Before leaving, Ko quietly told Kong-soo to disappear so his identity remained secret. He promised they would meet again another time for a drink. For the moment, Cho-hoon was taken to Ko's office. His father wasted no time, sending South Korea's top lawyer to defend him. At the office, the lawyer began negotiations. He offered Ko a higher position. Ko pretended to resist at first but eventually gave in, swayed by the promise of influence and benefits. As his first move after accepting the deal, Ko ordered Yom to recover the raid footage from Kong-soo. Acting quickly, Yom and his men launched a brutal assault on him to seize the recording. Elsewhere, Jae was arrested by prosecutors on bribery charges tied to Soo-jin's release. Meanwhile, Yom tortured Kong-soo mercilessly until he surrendered the glasses containing the footage. Even after taking the item, Yom showed his cruelty, treating Kong-soo inhumanely and leaving him broken.
Just...
3 months later, Kong-soo was still alive thanks to Chung-rak's care. But repeated high-dose injections had turned him into an addict who often lost control. To keep him from hurting others, Chung-rak kept him hidden in a private room. Even so, Chung-rak never gave up. He fed him, stayed by his side, and pushed him to keep going. Slowly, Kong-soo began to recover. His determination and hunger for revenge gave him strength. When Chung-rak tested him with a single injection, Kong-soo refused. That moment gave Chung-rak hope. His friend was finally showing signs of breaking free. Meanwhile, Jae won his appeal trial and was declared innocent. He walked out of court to the embrace of his wife and child. Soon after, a messenger from the rival camp of Cho-hoon's father approached him. She spoke of the hotel raid footage from a year earlier and asked him to cooperate in bringing down their opponent. Jae refused. He wanted nothing more than a quiet life with his family. At the same time, Prosecutor Ko had climbed to a high position under one presidential candidate's team. His focus was now on securing victory by any means, even through underhanded tactics against political rivals. Elsewhere, Soo-jin's career had collapsed. She was now working with a drug dealer. During one mission, she walked into a trap. As she tried to flee, Kong-soo appeared and captured her. Not long after, Jae sat in a tavern with a former colleague. When his colleague left, Jae noticed Kong-soo standing on a bridge, staring with a mocking smile. Old memories surged back. Jae was convinced Kong-soo had been the mastermind who sent him to prison. He charged at him, and a brutal fight followed until Soo-jin intervened. Later, the three sat together. Soo-jin admitted she had become a dealer. Kong-soo revealed a scar on his leg, proof of the torment they had all endured. In that moment, they realized they shared the same enemy and the same mission: to destroy the people who had ruined their lives. Kong-soo explained the situation. Yom had grown into a powerful dealer, with Hak Nam, the North Korean smuggler, fully under his command. Soo-jin offered herself as an informant, willing to use her dealer connections to collect intelligence. They began to plan. Kong Su and Jay would recover the stolen raid footage, the most solid piece of evidence against their enemies. Su Jin would infiltrate Cho Hoon's upcoming luxury party, record everything, and deliver new proof. It was the next step toward exposing the truth in court. The next day, Kong Su and Jay approached Hak Nam. At first, Hak Nam refused to cooperate. But when he learned that their target was Yom, he changed his mind and agreed to join. Through him, they uncovered Yom's smuggling operation, a route disguised as salt shipments from China. One detail stood out: the smuggler's driver often visited an eel diner. This became their opening. Kong Su and Jay devised a plan to capture the driver while luring Yom out of hiding. With the intel in hand, the team prepared their equipment. Su Jin hid a small camera in her bag, ready to record everything in secret. Kong Su and Jay then moved to the diner for the stakeout. Before long, the driver arrived with Yom's right-hand man. The trap was set. Kong Su acted first, stealing one of the goods to draw Yom's attention. Jay stayed in the car to monitor and relay updates. But the plan shifted when Yom himself appeared. Jay, ignoring Kong Su's warning, rushed after him upstairs. Communication broke down. Kong Su pushed forward alone, breaking into the eel truck to secure evidence. Upstairs, Jay confronted Yom with a weapon, sparking a violent fight. Yom managed to slip away and ran straight into Kong Su near the truck. Another brutal clash erupted. Battles now raged in two places at once. In the end, Yom was subdued and captured. The crucial item, the hidden hotel recording, was also recovered. At the same time, Su Jin infiltrated Cho Hoon's party. Though intoxicated, she managed to record the key moments as evidence. Kong Su believed the plan was going well until he uncovered the truth. The real mastermind behind his suffering was Prosecutor Ko, the man he once trusted like a brother. Unknown to them, one of Yom's men was secretly working for Ko. He reported that Cho Hoon's ship party had already been marked for a raid. Ko quickly realized someone was seeking revenge against him. He contacted Cho Hoon, warning him to leave immediately. Soon after, Ko discovered who was behind the move: Kong Su, Su Jin, and Jay. Seeing them united, he became convinced they were orchestrating a plan to destroy him. He called Cho Hoon again, this time to alert him of Su Jin's infiltration. But it was too late. Su Jin had already escaped with Chongrak. Moments later, Jay connected with Su Jin in a video call. She sat in a car beside Chongrak, reporting that their mission was on track. But their relief was short-lived. Suddenly, Cho Hoon's men rammed their car, sending everything into chaos.
그만하면 나도.
여보세요?
In the chaos, Cho Hoon's men seized the phone containing the party recording and killed Su Jin on the spot. When Jay and Kong Su arrived, it was already too late. They had lost both a comrade and the crucial evidence they had chased for so long. Although they still held the hotel recording, Jay knew it was not enough to bring down Cho Hoon. Kong Su, shattered by Su Jin's death, began to lose the will to continue as an informant. But Jay reminded him that Su Jin and Chongrak's sacrifices could not be wasted. Determined, Kong Su sent the recording to Prosecutor Ko to lure him out. When they finally met, Kong Su learned the truth. Ko, the man he once called brother, was the mastermind behind all of his suffering. To Ko, Kong Su had only ever been a disposable pawn who had now dared to resist. The next day, Kong Su confided in Hak Nam, asking for help in securing a ticket to China. He revealed the plan: Jay would deliver the hotel recording to the rival of Cho Hoon's father, who was in the middle of a campaign. But Hak Nam betrayed them. Hoping to profit, he informed Ko of everything. Jay was arrested just as he prepared to hand over the evidence. Fortunately, the recording he carried was only a copy. The original remained with Kong Su. Now cornered, Prosecutor Ko played his own game. He betrayed Cho Hoon's family by leaking the copy of the recording to the public, making himself appear as the man who had exposed the scandal. Soon after, he interrogated Jay to find Kong Su. Jay resisted at first, but threats against his family forced him to reveal the location.
경찰 생활도 지속적으로 할 수 있으시겠죠.
Ko then ordered Yom and his men to eliminate Kong Su. Meanwhile, under pressure, Cho Hoon was forced to undergo a urine test. But before it was examined, the sample was secretly switched by a staff member. The move had been orchestrated by Ko. Soon after, officials congratulated Ko and Cho Hoon, as the candidate's electability surged even higher. During the presidential debate, however, the tide shifted. A reporter suddenly interrupted with a live broadcast, airing a conversation between Cho Hoon and Ko from only minutes earlier. Without their knowledge, the entire exchange had been transmitted in real time. The mastermind was Kong Soo. At the same time, Yom tried to approach Kong Soo's car but was ambushed by Hak Nam's men. Hak Nam's betrayal had been staged from the beginning. It was part of Kong Soo's strategy, and that night, Yom was finally taken down. Jae's arrest was also part of the plan. Kong Soo had deliberately allowed him to be captured, knowing Ko would eventually try to negotiate. When the chance came, Jae swapped Ko's lighter with one embedded with a listening device. When Ko realized he had been tricked, he exploded with rage and went after Kong Soo. Their confrontation ended on a rooftop, where the two former allies clashed in a brutal fight. Ko was wounded in the back and finally brought down by the law. The fallout was immediate. Cho Hoon's father lost public support, and Cho Hoon himself spiraled into despair. In the final scene, Kong Soo met Hak Nam to make a transaction. From a distance, Jae watched. Suddenly, a raid broke out. Amid the chaos, Kong Soo escaped with a bag of money. He was briefly confronted by Jae, who raised his weapon. But instead of fighting, the two men laughed, clasped hands, and snapped handcuffs onto their wrists, a symbol of their bond forged in betrayal and survival. So the moral of the story is, free drinks and fake friends will ruin your life faster than drugs.